Hey guys, so a bunch of my family and friends also ride bikes and recently realized we need some lights. Like it's getting dark, or the summer, is kind of, we're past halfway. And I thought this was a cool opportunity to just pick up a whole bunch of different lights, talk about the pros and cons. I've owned some of these in the past, and I've gone for different levels. So like I have the CYGOLITE Metro 550 with 600 lumens, and then I got the Dart with just 100 lumens. It's a lot smaller, a little bit more affordable. I wanted to compare the two. You've got this Blackburn light. It's pretty cool because it lights up white and red. So just kind of neat that you can kind of do both. But do you need both? Like, would you just get two of the same light? I don't really know. I'm going to try to figure that out. And I've had this one before, Planet Bike. I think I got this at REI. It's just real affordable, real bright and small. One of the things that I really like about all these lights is that they're USB rechargeable. So that's a big deal to me. I'm wearing my Echelon 2 helmet from Specialized. I've always had this for like years and years, and it just feels good. That's why I got it, and it's pretty lightweight. But I found out recently that they have this other helmet, and it's really cool. It's called the Synchro LED, and it's very much like the helmet I'm wearing, but it actually has an LED built into the back so people can see you for visibility. So that's kind of cool. Like instead of having a rear light, you could have a helmet with a light. And then check this out. I found this on Amazon. This is called the Illumilock Blade. And the idea is that it's a U-lock and it's got like a headlight and a rear light. And so I'm gonna test this out. Here we go. This is like a nice picture of it from the side. I'm gonna test this out, see how it works, measure it. I'm gonna weigh all this stuff and just, see if this is loose, like how it actually performs. And today is a really excellent day to do this kind of like multi-review roundup, light extravaganza, as I'm calling it, because check it out. It's raining, right? And we're kind of like at dusk time. It's getting dark, and later when it's like pitch dark, I'm gonna go out and put like all these lights on the handlebars, ride around a little bit and see how they work. So let's check it out. In the red corner, we've got the Specialized Synchro helmet. This is compared to my Echelon. The Synchro only comes in one size. I wear a medium Echelon, and it fits fine. I was a little concerned about that. It's got the visor. The inside is all right. It does have the adjustable crown piece like my old helmet, but it's not like MIPS or anything. Again, this sort of adjusts to fit you. And then there's the light on the back. So I was really excited about this when I saw it online. You press it once and it's just solid. You press it again and it flashes slowly. It's not the brightest light I've ever seen, and I'm not exactly sure, getting to the batteries and replacing it. But, it's a decent option. I've seen another light helmet on Amazon that's like huge and it looked really heavy, and I care about lightweight. This one also comes in white. And maybe like a gray, so I picked the like super safety yellow. Kind of matches my backpack and my attitude, right? So here with Moni, she's helping me out, and this is her bike over here. We're checking out the Superflash Micro from Planet Bike. I got one of these at REI a long time ago. I really liked it. It's just super small. It's removable. All of these are USB chargeable, so I love that. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn it on. I mean, it really is bright, like especially in that strobe mode. And then up here, we've got the Metro 550. This is the ultra bright, one of the most bright CYGOLITEs, and it does heat up a little bit right up here around the bezel. But she wanted a bright one because at night, you said, your vision isn't as good.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult for me, so I needed something like that.
Yeah, so, we're pretty well set now. And this one's visible from the side too, which I like. It's kind of vented for cooling, but also so that you can see the lights from the side. It also has a couple different flashing patterns. That's called the blind driver's flashing mode right there. If you hold it for a couple seconds, it turns off. And again, removable, USB chargeable. And now we'll head over to my bike here. I've got the Blackburn. They call this the 2’FER because it goes white like this, and you could put it on the front of your bike, and then it goes red. And they both have flashing and solid modes. It doesn't seem quite as directed as some of the other lights, at least when I looked at it, but in practice, I think it's definitely lighting up the space pretty well. So I'm excited to see how that works. And again, I like how adaptable it is. It's kind of a bungee setup or a rubber band setup. Same thing for the CYGOLITE up here. This is the Dart. It's just 100 lumens, and it's got the little rubber strap, easy to put on. Has the same side kind of illumination. Just maybe not quite as bright as Moni's light, but a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker to put on. Just messing with that. And then the other one that was super exciting to me is the Alumalock blade. I saw this on Amazon and it had some mixed reviews. Some people were saying like, oh, it's loose, it doesn't stay straight and stuff, because not only is this a U-lock to lock your bike, but it's also a headlight and a tail light. So you take the two pieces apart. Here's the headlight part of it, and it is kind of loose. It does kind of like wiggle a little bit, but you know, it points straight for the most part. When you press the orange button on the back, it lights up. You know, it's fairly bright. You know, we're definitely getting some visibility there on the wood pile. But, you know, you can aim this, you can adjust it down. I thought this was pretty smart. You can't get the light off without using the key. So the key, when you take the locking piece off, it stays in there. It won't come out until this interfaces with either the lock or the light interface right here. So again, this is the other half of like a U-lock, and I don't know how secure it is. Looks like you'd need a screwdriver to get it open to replace the battery, and that just kind of calls into question, like, I view this more as like a short-term lock. This isn't probably like the most solid U-lock, and it is kind of heavy, and it does bounce around a little bit, but it gets the job done. And then back here, we've got the secondary mount for the U portion, and it has a little button on the bottom. Press it, it comes to life, and it has a few different modes here, flashing. I like it, you know, and it's actually not super heavy, you know, for what it is, but this could kind of get bumped side to side, just like a lot of the racks and things that you mount. It just goes right here on your seat post, so you do need room for that. I had to scoot her reflector way up high. I think it's really clever, but I question like the quality of some of the parts. The plastic is kind of bendy, and unfortunately, mine came with 2 washers, so an extra washer instead of an extra nut. So I was only able to put in 1 screw and nut on the rear light. It's not going to be as solid as if I had 2, and this just seems like a simple error that someone must have made at a factory when they were like sorting parts. They just didn't give me the right parts, and so that's another sort of question mark for me. Again, really great concept. I think they could improve on the execution of this thing, but yeah, still going to get out there and see how they look. Just gonna hop on the bikes and cruise around for a bit. Already facing a couple challenges with the Synchro LED helmet. I put it on and then I was like, is the light on? You know, so I had to get her help and some feedback. It sounds like it is on. I was gonna film with like a helmet cam when we ride bikes, so we're just gonna walk with this helmet on. I'm gonna hand you off. Here you go, Moni. Let's go out into the darkness and see how this thing actually looks. I'm gonna press it again and get strobe mode. Is that strobing?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So we can just kind of stay there and I'll run around a little bit. Cool. How's it look from the side?
Actually, I cannot see you at all.
On the camera?
There. Yeah. Super like dark right now. I don't know if that's gonna work.
Well, we'll get to check in post. I don't know. We're getting delirious. It's late. Past bedtimes out here. It sounds like... look,
it's not really bright.
Not really bright. Yeah, that's what I felt too when I saw it inside. Like it's high up, and so at least it's not way down where cars might miss it.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing, but it's not like a super bright, is it? Yeah. You having second thoughts?
Yeah.
Can you put it on here? What if
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that. What if I do that?
Trade helmets. I'll take your pitch black non-reflective helmet, and you can take the bright yellow.
Camouflage.
Yeah. Okay, you know, therefore I can see it flashing on the video. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Pretend you're riding a bike. Oh yeah, ooh, I like that. Come back. Yeah, looking good. Okay, I'm gonna give it like a B, you know, I
mean, if you're riding like this, can you see?
Oh, that's a good point, because yeah, when your head is down, the light isn't quite as visible. They position it pretty well, though. I can still see it all right. That's a great point. I think it has reflectors. Oh, I don't know, maybe? Is that reflective tape? Hard to say. I did have to special order that, and so one of the bummers was that, you know, in addition to paying maybe a little bit more, I wasn't able to try it on. I just had to guess. And I don't know. I'm okay with it. I think I'll use it. Okay, we're going to go hop on the bikes. I think I'm going to take the lock one first, because I have a feeling it's not as bright as some of these other ones.
Yeah.
And we were just commenting on it a second ago, and you were like, I didn't get it until you put it on. Like, it's a really cool concept, but
Should I write that one?
you're just not getting the length, or you're kind of like not getting great lights, and you're not getting a great lock. Nice save. But you are getting a lock and a light, so I don't know. Yeah, which one, do you want to ride yours? You're gonna ride mine. Okay, yeah, because this is another one that's kind of
Yeah, because that one is super bright, so we should do that first.
There we go.
This one and then that.
We are locked and loaded. Okay, Moni's got the Dart. Uh-oh. And the Blackburn. Let's do it. All right? I think my seat's all the way down. There you go. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Why don't you put your bike like next to mine and we'll shine them, and yeah, good job. So see on the right, that's the CYGOLITE Dart. It's much more circular, and it's kind of like a more orange light. It's definitely got more color to it. The ULEC one it's doing pretty well. It's actually brighter than I expected. And oh, I need to turn the backlight on. I don't know. Will you hold that bike too? Yeah, so this is what they look like from the front. I actually think the U-Lock is pretty bright. I'm surprised. And then they're comparable, but I think the Blackburn's slightly brighter on the back. Okay, now I guess we can hop on and I'll chase you for a second and then we'll trade off. It's looking good. I'm impressed with the Blackburn light. Even though it's pretty low and the tire's kind of blocking it, it's not bad. I'm gonna go in front of you now. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna turn on, this is the U-Lock one. What do you think?
That's better.
It's better, yeah. It lights up like the whole road. I was just doing some bouncing around a little bit. Let's turn right here. This is a nice section. Yeah, it is flickering a little bit at the bottom. I don't know if that's it. Maybe it's the bouncing that we saw earlier. Want to trade bikes? And now I'm gonna follow you just to show what the back looks like, what the brake light looks like. Okay, go ahead. I like how it extends it. It's like not gonna get covered up by the seat or really by the tire. But if this bike had bigger wheels and the seat was lower, it might not actually fit. Huh. Also, sometimes, if you have a jacket, it can hang down and cover your light. So always keep that in mind. I guess I like how this one extends it. I'm impressed generally. As a lock, it's kind of mixed, but as a light, it works. Okay, you want to turn off your headlight and I'll switch mine on? There we go. Mine's in flicker mode right now. You just cycle through. Now it's in like pulse. There we go. There's the bright. I think it's pretty bright, but yeah, it's not quite as like wide as...
Yeah, it's not that wide. This one is super wide. That one is like...
This is like the lowest end CYGOLITE they make. It's the Dart, it's the cheapest, it's the smallest. It's really easy to just throw in your pocket. It's not bad. And from the side, you can see how you see light, It kind of shines out through the edges. Okay, let's go out and get your bike. Yours has the ultimate light on it. And for comparison, here's the Garmin, So if you had like an electric bike with an LCD display, it's nice when you can turn that off. But some of them use light sensors and they just stay on permanently. Yeah. Okay, it's workable. This one's the Superflash Micro and the Metro 550. Those are the brightest ones. They're on Moni's bike. I don't know now. I think that the Blackburn is actually a pretty bright rear light. You doing okay temperature-wise, babe?
Yep.
Cool. You're a trooper. Oh, boy. Yeah. Let's compare them. So you can see how mine is much more of a circle That's the Dart versus yours. It's like really nicely diffused. It's kind of a clean gradient going outwards. It's funny, it doesn't look, you know, I think it's a much bigger circle too in the middle.
Yep.
So I'm gonna turn mine off real quick. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna follow you around. This is the one that I saw in some Amazon reviews. People were like, cars are flashing their lights at me, you know, because it's so bright. Which could maybe be dangerous. You don't want to blind people while you're out there, but you also don't want to get hit by a car. How does that feel? How does that compare so far?
Make it past this huge light over here.
Yeah, the fact that you can still see it, even with the big street light, is kind of neat. I'm gonna go behind you and check out that backlight. There you go. What do you think?
Yeah.
You liking that one?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead of you. Yeah, even from the side, I mean, it's very bright. I'm just gonna touch the top of it real quick here. It's cool so far, but I think when you use this light for a while, it starts to heat up because it's so bright. This is the dark section over here, so I'm gonna turn my light on again. To me, to be honest with you, like, I'm really impressed with the Dart. 'Cause, like, you know, that's 550 lumens. Or actually, I think it's 600. Mine's only 100, and it sort of gives you the same performance. I mean, it's not the same, but yours, I think the big difference to me is that yours lights up a whole wider area. Yeah, it's much wider, and it probably lets you see people. Turn here and go around the cul-de-sac, babe. So now she's over there. And then just come past me. Yeah, look at that. You can really see the beam on the ground. And now that she's coming towards me, it's just almost excruciating. That's really bright. Hey, here, trade me real quick. I want you to do the same thing with my bike now. Okay, go for it. Yeah, I can see the path, but it's not nearly as wide. I don't know, I still like the Dart personally. It's just so small and cute and easy use. Yeah, that's still a lot of light, but it's not nearly as bright. Yep. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's really bringing the whole neighborhood to life. Yeah. You're having trouble looking at it, huh? It's bright. Well, thank you so much. You did awesome. Appreciate you staying up late and dealing with all this craziness. Do you have a favorite light? What's your favorite headlight?
I like that one.
A super bright one?
Yeah.
You have a second favorite?
But I don't know if I want to, like, paste other people in the trails.
Oh, like hurt their eyes and stuff? Yeah. Well, you can turn it down, so that's one of the cool features.
Yeah,
see, if you press it, now it's a lot dimmer.
Okay.
So there's the flashing bright. They're super bright. Now get ready. Dim.
Okay.
So you know you have it, and then as long as you remember, you just hold it down for a few seconds, and then it goes completely off.
Yep.
How about brake lights? Did you have a favorite brake light? Oh, the backlight, the red ones. You're just like whatever.
Yeah.
They're all kind of similar, aren't they?
Kind of similar.
I like the Blackburn, to be honest with you.
That one or this one?
That one.
This one.
Yeah. This one's nice too, the micro, but the Blackburn's just cool. It's kind of has this quick, you know, rubber band connector, and I like that it could also be a headlight. So if we press it again, see, now it's like white.
Oh yeah.
So see, if you were with a friend and they didn't have a headlight, you could use that for them.
I like it. Yeah.
That's really cool. So yeah. Well, I think that's about it. I'm going to do a write-up and talk more about these lights and stuff back at the site, ElectricBikeReview.com. Of course, sound off if you have a favorite light or comments on how to use these or whatever. And as always, ride safe. Where's the bell? Mine has the bell.
Ring.
I know, right? Yeah.